Okay, we're live. Welcome everyone. It's Carl Holson here. Andrew is off for the day. He's off looking at the new place he's going to be moving to, so there won't be any call-in today. Today we've got Rob Gehring on here. We've got Joanne Brownlee. We've got Joan Maximiuk, and of course Janet Lachère. And we're going to be talking about, I guess the topic is I've joined, I've paid, now what? Okay, and each one of us are going to come across, we're going to give our own aspects of where we are now and where we need to go. So rather than me actually talking anything right off the top here, we're going to start with a panel. And you know what, we're going to start with Janet. We're going to work our way across. So Janet, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to put you in the hot seat right now. So let's get your views on, you know, when people have joined, they've paid, now what? Okay, we're live. Welcome everyone. It's Carl Holson here. Andrew is off for the day.
Whoa, what's happening?
Looking at the new place he's going to be moving to, so there won't be any call-in today. Today we've got Rob Gehring on here.
I'm hearing you, Carl. Something's wrong here.
And of course, Janet Lachère. I know you've got it playing in the background someplace, Janet.
Pardon?
You've got it playing in the background someplace.
I must have my blog up, and so...
Yeah, that's why it's playing on there.
Am I good now?
It's good now, yeah.
Okay, whatever it was, I closed it. Yay! Had it playing in two places. Whoa. All right, I upgraded. Now what? Oh, goodness gracious. You know what? That could be the most frustrating question on the planet, because as a leader, I'm a doer. And I know everyone on this panel is a doer. And I always wonder, you upgraded, now what? Why aren't you taking action? Why aren't people taking action? And I've really come to realize over my 15+ years here that, you know, there's action takers and there's idle people, and you know, the systems are really good at getting people active, and I know that the system we're working with is certainly going to get better. But in my mind, when you join a program, and especially if you activate, you've paid money, your idea here is to get that money back. You want to make sure that you are recovering your costs. And I know Rob he's a big proponent of this. He does, you know, he's very much, yeah, I'm in the program. If I'm not in profit, you know, in my first month, I'm out of here, because I know I'm not going to get into profit. I mean, I'm not willing to stick it out that long. I mean, and he doesn't need to, because he's a leader, right? So we know that if it's a good program, we can get into profit right away. I don't get affiliates who come in and sign up, pay money, and it's good money. We're not talking $500 here either. This is a simple program. So they're paying their money. It's enough money, but not a gold mine. And then they're waiting for something magic to happen, like people are going to fall out of the air, or they use the excuse that they're overwhelmed because there's too much to learn. They don't know how to do it. What's the answer? There isn't one. There's a million answers, as there are leaders. People are all looking for something different. So here's what I'm going to give advice to those that are listening on this call today, and that is, if you're an action taker and you've actually taken that first step to become a member and activate, don't sit around waiting for someone to do it for you. Don't sit around making excuses that you don't know where to start. Get started. Find somebody. There's you know what? They've made it really easy here. We've got a Facebook group where you can go and get the help you need. Go find your sponsor. It's listed in the back office. If you're on this call, then you're aware of this panel. And the people that are on this panel are open to helping you. Ask for help. How do we make people do that, Carl? I don't know. I don't know what gets inside the minds of people when they come on the internet and join a program. They seem to go, don't take offense, everyone, okay, out there, but you do become a little brain dead. And you look at everything here and you just go, oh my God, I can't handle this. It's too much information. I'm just not smart enough for this. I don't have the skills for this. And we talked about this yesterday. I'll repeat it again. There's nothing that we do here on the internet to build our business. Carl, me, Rob, Joanne, Joan, there's nothing we do here that's hard. There's a lot to learn. You don't need to learn it all at once. But what I'm going to advise all of you out there, because I know the majority who are listening into this call are still sitting there thinking, I don't know what to do. And then there's those people who are out there and they're doing it. Is it hard? No. Just do it. All right, do you have to know it all? No, but learn something. Well, I don't know how to do that. I don't like doing that. I have too many emails. If I hear that again, I think I might just, have to throw up or something. My inbox is full of too many emails. It's just, okay, you know what? Welcome to internet marketing. It's a different ball game here on the internet, and I know we had a discussion before the panel or before the call started about affiliate marketing and network marketing, and anybody who comes on the internet and is trying to build their business on the internet, you're really venturing into the world of affiliate marketing, because what happens is every program you get attached to that you start learning to use to advertise your business is an affiliate program, and therein lies the problem. You get confused. So my solution is to stop all that nonsense. Stop using the excuse that you're confused. Stop being overwhelmed, because there's no need to be. And if you are, just take a big breath. Recognize that, number one, you're in the best opportunity place on the planet. There's, having said that, there are lots of programs out there that will make you money, okay? And whatever one I'm in, I'm making money. So if I'm in a program, I'm making money. If I wasn't in this one, I'd be in something else making money. If I joined XYZ program over there that's been around for a couple of years that everybody's been trying to get me joined, I'd have made a lot of money, but I'm not interested in that. You joined this program for a reason. Pay attention to it, and you'll make money here. Is it the absolute best thing since sliced bread? I think so, because I'm involved. I think so because Carl's involved. I think so because Val's involved. I think the people who are involved here are what make this business, and I think that's why you're here. And so take advantage of that. Take advantage of all these leaders here. Don't sit on your laurels. Don't get us all upset, okay? Because we get really upset when people come in here and don't do anything. Because seriously, we're sitting here like, really? What's the problem? What is there not to get? This is amazing. And, I hear questions all the time about, I don't see this, I don't see that. I'm like, because you're not looking for it. So take a minute, recognize that you're here for a reason, and we're here to help you make that work. So that's what I have to say there, Carl. We're all here with the same goal in mind, and that is to help everybody who comes on board to be successful on their own, to make it happen. Because when you make it happen, magic happens, and that's what we want to do, is help you create magic. I'll get off my horse now. Thanks, Carl.
Excellent. Thanks, Janet. You know what? We're going to go across the board, and then I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to see how I can do that throughout this whole hangout, so it doesn't go like for 2 hours here, because I'm usually the hour of the 2 hours that are there. So let's go over to Joan. Joan, let's get your feedback on the topic today.
What I want to ask everyone that has signed up to do the business and have paid their $89.95, your title now is you're a life changer. What does that really mean? It means that you want to change lives, not just your life, but the life of everyone you touch. So if this is the title that you have, what are you doing to make that title have meaning? Are you just sitting there doing nothing and complaining, like Janet said, that you don't know what to do? That's why you signed up, because 99.9% of the networkers and affiliate marketers out there do not know what they're doing on the internet. This is what this program is all about, to teach you what to do. The steps are very simple, and if you follow them and bite off a little bit, learn that, and then bite off another bite, learn that, until you chewed the whole system and you know exactly what you need to do. But you have to start somewhere. And sitting complaining that it's too difficult or that you don't know what to do is not going to get you anywhere. You're going to be exactly the same as you were before you joined Total Takeover. This program is designed to make you money, and you can make a lot of money. But if you yourself are not empowered to really let people know how important this program is, what's in the back office, what's there for us, if you're not setting the example, are people going to sign up underneath you. If they do, they're going to do the very same as you. They're going to sit there and do nothing. Are you going to make money that way? Absolutely not. So you have to set the example. You've got to get in there. You've got to find out what the system is all about. Follow the instructions. Follow the videos. Follow everything that's there for you. This program was meant for you to become a successful network marketer. So this is why you joined. So to be a life changer, you have to change your life first so you can help others change theirs.
Awesome, thanks, Joan. You know, and I mean, you know what Janet has said, what Joan has said. This is the next step after you've paid. It's a matter of taking action. So it's a matter of getting yourself into an action plan of some sort. And you know, after we finish with the panelists here, we're going to go and we're going to have a discussion about that. So let's go over to Joanne, and let's get your take on things, Joanne.
Okay. Okay, so you paid. Now what do you do? Well, you decided to upgrade and become a life changer. Congratulations, you're taking your first step. And okay, so first thing I can tell you what I did was I went through my back office and I went through everything, became familiar with it, and then there's training in the back office. So my suggestion, especially people who are brand new, and just pick one thing you want to work on, and watch the videos, study it, learn it. Start doing it, of course. So whether it's videos or pay-per-click or whichever, like just pick one thing. It helps deal with the overwhelm and focus on it till it becomes natural. And really, like what Janet and Joan have said, you're in this because you saw something, you saw a vision, and you took that step to become a life changer, and that's how you change your life. You take action and you keep walking forward, and you keep learning until you master it, and then you can add something else and move on, and also people will see, and they'll and then in turn you can teach others and you can help others. And we have a Facebook group for support. We also have Skype groups, and you can go there. You can help other people, comment, answer their questions, and so yeah, back to you, Carl.
Great, thanks, Joanne. Phone ringing here again, so just wait for that to finish here. Okay, so let's thanks for that little bit, and you know what? It was great for you to mention about picking one item, and that does help the overwhelming that happens in there. So good for you for bringing that up. Rob, let's go over to you.
Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody. First, before I get started on the topic, I want to dedicate my segment today to my referral, Randy. And Randy's a relatively new sign-up. He's considering the business opportunity. And right now, Randy, he asked me for the YouTube link because Randy wants to listen in his, he's driving around making his rounds in his company truck today, calling on different businesses that are part of his responsibility. So he wanted to listen in. So I wanted to say hi, Randy. I promised Randy that I would give him a shout out. And you know that all the things you're going to hear today, Randy, really you know, can make a big difference in what you want to do. Because Randy's goal and Randy's dream is like most of us. Randy doesn't want to drive around in that truck long term, forever. Randy wants to work from home. And Randy, this is the place. This is the place. These are the people. This is where it's at, my friend. So that's Randy. So hey, Randy. Okay, so I just joined. I just upgraded. Now what I do? Now what do I do? Well, that's pretty simple, actually. I've been on the internet for over a decade. I've generated thousands and thousands of leads. That's what you really have to do once you upgrade. It's time to go out and advertise. So like Janet, you know, me and Janet work, you know, pretty closely together on different projects. And you know, Janet's absolutely right. There's a lot of people that talk about being overwhelmed, can't do it, too much going on, too many emails. Isn't that a good thing? Don't you want to get emails? You ever hear of reverse marketing, right? I love emails, as everybody knows. So what you have to do is you have to get out there and you have to advertise. And there's systems everywhere, and there's all kinds of stuff in your in your total takeover back office. You have a lead capture page. Send traffic to your lead capture page. Where do you get the traffic from? Well, there's a million different ways. Traffic exchanges, safe lists, viral mailers, any kind of online advertising, solo emails, solo ads, banners, you name it. You've got to flood and flush as much traffic to this lead capture page, to this concept. Forget all the other things that you're doing, because that's called funneling. It's sending all your traffic to one thing that's then going to bring you leads, prospects. You have to follow up. That's part B of the whole plan. But you've got to be committed. This is a business. Your commitment has to be that you're going to talk to people. So just advertising and building a big list of free members isn't going to help you either. A certain proportion, if you do this correctly, if you show them the dream, like I'm showing Randy the dream today, a good portion, be surprised, upwards of 25 to 30% can say yes, because they want the dream. They want to share the dream with you. They want to work from the comfort of their home. They want some niceties. They want some luxuries. They want something better than maybe what they have, or they just want the time to do what they want to do and not have to always answer to this person or that person. So that's what you do. First you commit, then you advertise, and then you stick with it. It's perseverance. It's having a plan. It's having perseverance. It's not being afraid to talk to people, build relationships, know, like, and trust. I will buy from Janet because I know and I like her and I trust her. Somebody else? No, probably not. Why? Because she's reached out to me. We've worked together. She puts things in a different light. That's the level that you got to get to really make it. And my final thoughts, speaking of perseverance, I had good news today, for myself at least. Pittsburgh Steeler fan here. I live here in Pittsburgh. When my son was born in 1997, I put my name on the waiting list. Okay. Today I got my 2 seat licenses. Just locked them down. Just made my deposit. But I sat there for 17 years. I sat here for 17 years. Now I'm not saying you're going to wait 17 years to succeed in your business, but you have to have patience. You have to have perseverance. I could have gave up many times. Hey, you still want to be on the list? I could have said, nah, forget it. I'm not doing whatever. Forget that. I'm like, no. You stick it out. In this kind of business, 30, 60 days, 90 days. But patience, perseverance, belief, that's what's going to make the day at the end of the day. But that's what you do. Go out and make things happen. Okay? Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Carl.
Awesome, Rob. I mean, we have to listen to all these panelists of what they've talked about today. It's and congratulations on getting your 2 Steeler tickets, man. That's a long wait to get those. So I know we got Oiler ticket fans, even though the Edmonton Oilers here are bad. We've got people waiting 20 years still to get those tickets, like me, right? So let's go over to Don. Don, let's get your thoughts. Welcome to the panel. I know you came on a little bit late. I've joined, I've paid, now what is the topic? So let's get your feedback.
All righty. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a little late. I was out skiing today. This is the first sunny day we've had in quite a while up here in Maine. Maine, let's see, that's home of the New England Patriots, I believe. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, so there we go. My little plug for them. My little plug for Tim Paquette, who I think is going to be coming into our business. I was on Janet's call yesterday morning, and she was saying, do something good, do something good. And I called Tim, got him on a call this morning, and we've been talking. We've talked other times too, but got him a little bit excited about it. But coming even late on this call, listening, I missed Janet's call, part of it today, which was very good. I got just the end of Jones. But Joanne said something really good, and that was starting at the one place and just getting one thing done. I mean, that's simple. Rob, I loved his thing about perseverance. I'm getting kind of a little bit gray, as you might see some of this stuff. That's not dye, that's natural gray that I've taken 70 years to earn. But perseverance, yeah, perseverance, that's in all of life, even if you're waiting for a Pittsburgh Steeler ticket. Rob, we should consult on that, why you would ever do that. But anyway, okay, going back here, we'll my idea of what you should do now is just do whatever you do. Okay, in my particular case, I do a lot of studying. I do a little bit of marketing. I should do more marketing, I suppose, but I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing. I'm very happy with my place in life on it right now. So I would say find what it is that you're happy about. Stay happy. Work on that. Work on your attitude, because that's going to, even if you're like Janet. I mean, Janet does a lot of marketing, and Rob was saying, well, I buy from Janet because I know her. Well, it's the same thing with me. I do business with Carl because I know Carl, and I trust Carl. So even if Carl might be wrong, he's wrong in the good way. It's not that he's lying or anything. Things do happen, and we all know that, and there we go. So I guess my little take on this would be just do whatever you do. Do it energetically. Do it with a smile. Do it with a sincere happiness. And if you're not happy in your space in life, find out what's making you happy. If it's money, go find money. If it's intelligence, get smart. If it's drinking good coffee, drink good coffee. But do whatever it is that makes you comfortable. That's it, Carl. Back to you.
Wow. Man, we've had a pretty good diversification of information across this thing here today. Man, I don't even know what I can say now. You guys have pretty much covered everything. So I guess it worked, Janet, with our little talk prior about how much Carl speaks too much. Now I guess I'm not going to be able to speak a whole lot. We're almost done. It's 25 minutes in. I guess we're done with the show. And no, I'm just kidding. It's I have to give my little bit of sense in here too. We all come to the internet to make money or better our lives or whatever it is. That's why we get involved in business opportunities. And with our particular business, Total Takeover, we have an option, and you'll notice on the site that we actually don't push you to actually pay. I don't know if you noticed that. When you go to the capture pages, you put your information in, you get to a second page, and it just talks about the direction we're going. No one there says, hey, bring out your wallet, take that money out, and throw it into the machine, right? We don't do that, okay? And there's purpose behind that. And Janet talked about affiliate marketing versus network marketing, and we actually had a bit of a conversation about that prior to this. And the one thing I have to say is that this whole industry, and Janet is right, we are all affiliates out there. And believe it or not, that the most wealthiest people online are affiliate marketers. Okay, they're not so-called network marketers, but they're affiliate marketers. And I mean, although that network marketing falls into the same kind of category. Hey, and Andrew just joined us. Welcome, Andrew. So what we are doing, what we need to do to create the income that we're looking for. Okay, so you come in and you go and you want to take a look. So like in our case, we have a free trial, so to speak. Okay, so you come in, you're going to take a look around and see if this is for you. Now, when, in my opinion, okay, and I'm trying not to get too controversial here, but in my opinion, if you're going to go and look at something, Joan and I had this conversation. Actually, the panel and I we had this conversation. In order for you to make a decision on anything, usually you'll know what you want to do in the first 24 to 48 hours. Okay. Then there's some of you that want to be what we call a fence sitter. You're going to sit back and you're going to view from the distance on the progression of the company, the development of the company, all that kind of stuff to see if this company is going to go someplace. Okay? So on January 5th, Total Takeover launched in what they call a free launch. Okay? This is where anybody could come in and get themselves date and time stamped into the system to see what kind of placement they'll have in the system and so forth. And it's real important date stamping, okay? Especially in our business because of the way the compensation plan goes. The compensation plan works to your advantage on your date stamp, your date timestamp, okay? And that's something that's very unique that most companies out there should really have thought of. And I'm glad that we're the ones that are actually utilizing the date timestamp to the advantage of the affiliates that are in here. Because with our program, it allows us, if you, let's say you decide the first time around, you know what, you just don't quite get it, or you're just not quite sure yet. So even though some of your downline may have activated, this is what happens. That person who activated and became a life changer, while you decided to still sit back and kick around tires for a little bit, just to see what happens, they break away from you and they reattach to the first life changer above you. Okay, so all that work that you did is lost now because you just weren't quite sure on what you needed to do. So that person and anybody attached to that person has now been detached from you and reattached to an actual life changer up there. Now, when you decide to go back in, although you've lost that, you still have a priority positioning when the matrix compresses every 2 weeks. Okay, so you update, so you're going to go up into the next available position up there, okay, in date and timestamp order, which is quite amazing because, you know, it would have been very, very cool if all the businesses I was involved in the past had done that, because, and everybody else, because your financial position would be a lot different today had programs done that. That's why Total Takeover has really taken my attention to here, because it was very thought through, okay? And when these guys say that they're thinking of the affiliates, that's exactly what they're doing, okay? So let's go over to Andrew. I don't know. We're going to see if we can get Andrew on remote there. I know he's out in Waco there someplace, I think. So Andrew, you around?
I am.
Go ahead, my friend.
Let's see. Yeah, I am in Waco. My family and I are. There's my wife Sheila.
Hi.
There's Josh on his smartphone.
Wave, Josh.
And wave, Josh. And then there's Tiffany on her smartphone. Nope, she's not on it right now. So we're in Waco, and we're procuring a property to exist in for the next 3 years until we move out of here and go where we're going to build. So I've paid and I'm in. Now what do I do? Well, I go and I load up a bunch of stuff and move it to Waco. No, that's the move. I'm sorry. We're talking about Total Takeover. Well, I've paid, and now what do I do? Well, it's one exposure to the next, and it's the only thing you have to change about yourself is everything. So, you know, start changing everything about yourself and tap into where the information is so that you can learn what to do and what to change, and that's at Total Takeover in the university. That's about it, Carl.
Well, thanks, Andrew. And you know what? It's really weird seeing you without the headset on. You should have worn the headsets. No, I'm just kidding. So, but thanks for your input. Glad to see family there. So, enjoy your time out there and getting things done. And we look forward to having you back on the panel a little bit later on this week. So,
thank you, Carl. I really appreciate the opportunity to serve everyone in the fashion that I do, having the telephone patch and the Skype patch so that people can call in. I really appreciate having the opportunity to serve everyone that way, and I look forward to being back in the studio tomorrow.
Awesome, Andrew. Thanks so much. It almost like we feel naked without that. You know, there's a piece of us that's missing, right? So glad you're able to hook in and come and participate today. Panel, let's go back to you for any questions on this. If you guys have anything you want to cover on what anybody else has said here, feel free to chime in. Otherwise, I'll take it forward. And so just let me know if there's anything you want to chime in on.
I have something I'd like to say. I read a book a few years ago called The Success System That Never Fails by Clement Stone. He made a comment about know-how. He said that know-how is one of the 3 essential parts of the success system that never fails. But what exactly is it and how do we get it? And then he talked about know-how being the quality that enables you to do something at will, with skill, effectiveness, and minimum use of time and effort. And it accomplishes what it sets out to accomplish. And know-how gets things done while people are wondering if they can be done. Know-how built the pyramids of Egypt and the great cathedrals of Europe. It flew the Atlantic, split the atom, harnessed electricity, and someday it will put a human being on the moon, which it already has done. So how did these people get the know-how? How did they get the know-how to build the pyramids, to create electricity, to send a man to the moon, to have an airplane fly from one end of the earth to the other? Did it just happen by chance? No. You get it. How do you get it? You don't get it, you accumulate it. By doing, by experience, by action, it comes to you. When you have it, you'll know it, and you'll know its power. That's what total takeover is all about. Total takeover is giving you the tools to know how to properly build a business. It's empowering you. It's giving you the ability to become what you want to be. Sitting back and not taking advantage of the knowledge is not going to get you anywhere. So this is why you paid that $89.95. You had a little twinge of maybe I would like to learn a little bit more. That little twinge is going to take you nowhere. That little twinge has got to go. You've got to empower yourself to embrace everything that Total Takeover is making available to you. Once you step over into that mind frame, then you're going to start empowering yourself to become what you want to be, to have the know-how to be able to take whatever you want to do and have it become part of you so that you can build an empire. Is this what you want? Then this is the place to be. The tools are there. Take advantage of them.
Awesome. Thanks, Joan. I'm actually going to add to that. You know, I actually want to share something, okay? The one thing that I find that most marketers lack in doing, and that's actually follow-up, okay? You know, here's what I can tell you is in place right now in Total Takeover, okay? Anybody who's in free mode, or what we call the tire kicker mode, okay, they are getting trickle-fed with emails every couple of days letting them know about the value of the program, okay? Now that's coming from the company. Here's what I do to close the deals, okay? And I'm sure a lot of others on here probably do a similar thing. But everybody that fills out my capture page, okay, that I have out there, and I have people, I've had 5 fill them out today, I send them a personal message from me, and I'll actually send them personal messages, 2, 3, or 4 of them. The first one is introducing myself as their sponsor. What I send them in there is how that we can get communicated together, either by phone, by Skype, by Facebook, however that it is, so that we can start communicating and start building a plan to start making them money. Okay? This is something that most people are not doing. You know, today I went out and I made a video that explains everything that is in the back office and you know what they can expect for their money and all this kind of stuff, okay? Why did I do that? Because I need to show them that I'm a leader and that I'm here to help them. So it's easy to go out and do that yourself, Okay, you can go out there and you can create a video, and if you don't have video software like Camtasia or something like that, don't worry about it. Okay, what you do is you go out there and you make a video, and as you're looking at the screen, you can explain to people what they're getting. Okay, even though they can't see it, but you can explain it. You know, if you went into the products, you can say, okay, well, we have this YouTube takeover, and in here there's 4 videos that tell you exactly what you need to do, right? And you go through this process. We have the megastars of marketing. We have Jack Zufeld back there. You know, I've listened to that whatever times, you know, and I've learned this from Jack. And I mean, just that knowledge I've learned in there has given me, you know, the power of what this $89.95 is so worth it just for that. And if you're smart, you'll listen to the audio and you'll write down certain things that you heard in there. Just 1 or 2 things that really captivated you and really had you understanding what things are about. That video of Jack is 1.5 hours long, okay? You don't explain everything. You just take bits and pieces out of that and share that knowledge. So just 1 or 2 little tidbits out of there and share that knowledge, okay? Because there's so much in that video. If you've watched it, you know what I'm talking about, okay? And you share that with people, okay? Share it in an email that you send out, saying, you know, your second email to the person is say, you know, a couple of days ago I sent you an email to get connected. We still haven't got connected yet. Wondering, you know, if you want to get connected and see what we can do. You got to follow up with people. I get people on Skype, and then I get on a phone conversation. I'll start with a text conversation, and then I'll get them into a phone conversation. Okay? It's not so bad when you get to know people. Okay? I know a lot of you are probably worried about, oh, what if they start asking me all these questions? Well, the answer is really simple. You know, for all the questions that you're asking me right now, there's a link in the back office. I can give you this one here that sends you to our main link, our main site there, and answers a lot of your questions. And you can also take in a live webinar Sunday to Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can go in there, you can ask some questions. Okay? But you'll get to learn everything that we're about. Don't sit there and try and explain the business, because the problem that most people have in this industry is they kill the sale before they have a chance for the sale to happen. Okay? Too much information can be very, very bad. You are actually the point man, or like the guy on the tarmac that waves the planes in and shows them which direction they need to. That's all you do. All you're doing is you're grabbing people's attention and you're directing them to where they need to be. Okay? We have professionals like Val that present this for you. Don't try and make things too difficult, because this is where I think a lot of people are having a lot of failure. They're trying to explain too much. I had, for instance, and I wonder if any of you have had this. I'm going to get you guys to chime in on this in a second. Just the other day, okay, I had an email that came to me that was explaining point by point everything, almost word for word, what their business was about. That letter had to have been a mile long. I'm telling you. I got down a little bit and I go, that's enough. That's enough, right? And then, worse, I had the same damn thing put in my Skype. You know what that looks like in your Skype? When it goes down, it goes forever in there. Who's going to read all that, right? You don't need to do anything. My simple things that I put in there are, hey, have you heard about Total Takeover? Let me know. It's that simple. When they reply back, no, I haven't. What's it about? Let me tell you. Here's what it's all about. I want you to go here, and this will give you some information. Listen to this guy here, okay? All I'm asking is for a bit of your time to go and listen to this, okay? That's it. Doesn't cost you anything. Go listen. He'll explain everything. I can't do it as good as he can. It's that simple, okay? I send everybody to Val at the webinars to go in and have that explained. And if they're really, really adamant about me trying to explain it, I go, you know what? Here's the link to the main website. Go and look. This is my ID that you can punch in there if you want to go in and take a free trial. But if you want me to explain everything, I'm not going to do it, because here's 2 places you can go and get it all done. So let me know how serious you are. It's that simple. Don't get on the phone with these guys and sit there for an hour explaining. Your time is too valuable for that. But I will tell you, you will convert a lot more. So anybody want to chime in on that? Janet, Rob?
Oh, I'll say something. Carl, yeah, I've been, well, with talking to people, I have gotten the big long list of all the features and benefits of their business, and I have gotten it in Skype, and it's just, it's too much text, and I don't want to read a really long email because I know I have kids and everything, and I have my own business to focus on. And so what I do when I talk to people, so yeah, what you said about I send them a little short message, and by the way, have you heard of Total Takeover yet? And people will say yes or no, and you know, and like you said, the perfect thing, we have a video, we have Val Smith, you know, and he does do a very awesome job of it. So just direct them to the video or direct them to the site, and just keep it simple. It's not hard. We have a system in place. We have a website. We have videos. The webinar video, they get recorded, and we have access to them. We can direct people to them. You know, just keep it simple. And people have any questions, whatever question they have, it's probably in the webinar or on the website. And if they still have questions, well, then we can deal with that after the fact, or we can find out the answer for them. So that's my 2 cents.
Awesome. Thanks, Joanne. Anybody else?
I'll chime in here. That was awesome, Joanne. And you know, it is about focus, and people get way too complicated. And you know what? We all know the personality colors, and there's those personalities that will not move until they have all the information, and they are always full of questions. And in my mind, you know, sometimes you get tired of saying, well, just go watch the video. And you know, when people come to me and say, just go watch the video, I sometimes want to slap them. Because I really just want, but I'm asking a specific question. You know, no, I don't know if I'm interested right now. What's the major product? Is really what I'll ask people. Like, is it a marketing tool? Is it a product? And so I'll just, if people ask me that, I'll say, you know what, it's a marketing system that can help your business, and there's a lot more to it than that. We've got everything that'll teach you that. Do you have time to look? Is this up your radar? And if they say no, then it's okay. And you know what, you guys, you've got to get used to people saying no. The more no's you get, the better. Let them say no and say, thank you for considering it. Let's keep in touch. End it. End it. Don't try to convince anybody of anything. My goodness, that's not your job, okay? Move on. Keep asking the question, have you heard of Total Takeover? Simplest question. You're going to get people that'll say, oh, quit spamming me, even when you send that question, okay? Or they're going to say, oh, you know, that's a spam approach, or no, I'm not interested. You may get lots of negative stuff. Don't take it on. Let it go. It's not about you. Just keep asking the question, and somebody's going to say, no, what is it? Here, do you have a few minutes to go and check out the site and watch a webinar? And if they say, sure, send me the link, send them the link. They're going to put their name and email address in there. You tell them that's the first place to start. It's not going to cost them anything to come and have a look. Once they're in the system, you know, I tell everybody, you're really, really fortunate when you get on my team, because I make it easy for you. I have everything laid out for you. So I'm not one that relies on any company to do anything, because I janitize it all. Okay, I take everything they do and I do it my way. So if you want to do it my way, here it is, really easy for you. Go click, click, click. There you go, you're making money. Okay, I make it that easy. You have to do the work. Sorry, I'm not doing the work for you. You have to do the work in any of this. And, you know, Joan touched it. I heard Joanne touched on it, that there's training in the back office. Do one thing, learn to do it. If you don't have any internet marketing experience, guess what? Look around the room here, look in any business, every single person on the internet at one time had no internet marketing experience. We learned a little bit at a time. So learn a little bit at a time, take action, get connected, stop making excuses. Everything's there for you. Find out where you can get the information you need. Ask the questions till you get the answers you need. Keep it simple. get out there. If you don't have any money, social networks are the best place to go ask people, have you heard of Total Takeover? Memorize that question. Have you heard of Total Takeover? Ask it on the phone. Ask it in Skype. Ask it on Facebook. Ask it on LinkedIn. Ask it in every place you can. Have you heard of it? And then go from there. Just let it go. When people get too into it, just let them go too. Because there's lots of fish out there. We cannot saturate this market. And you guys are awesome. This was a great discussion today. Thanks, Carl.
Thanks, Janet. Thanks for the feedback. Rob, do you want to chime in on that at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of like both of your approaches, both Janet and Carl. I'm kind of in the middle on this one. So I think that, especially for brand spanking new people that come in, it's hard for them to absorb it all and to be able to, explain every detail. So having places you can send somebody makes it definitely easy and makes them comfortable and more productive early on. So I get that. I'm good. I'm good on that. But I think you have to challenge yourself, even if you're not going to over-explain it to somebody or be, real wordy or whatnot. You yourself have to challenge yourself that you understand the business. You have to be able, at least to be able to do a Cliff Notes summary for somebody. You have to be able to at least understand it yourself, because there's going to be a time when you need to answer a question. It's just going to make you overall more effective. So you're in Total Takeover. Make sure that you understand every bit of it, every aspect of it. There's the new lead capture pages, customizable, that just got put in today. I was just playing with that myself as I was listening to others, because I can multitask with this teaser. But yeah, I did take a look at that. It looks neat. It looks like something that people should be able to get good results with. Understand what you're working with. Understand, the details for yourself. But when it comes to talking to prospects, I do agree with Carl. You don't want to over-explain it, because you're going to lose them, and that's not what you want to have happen. But just understand what you're dealing with. Understand the power, because you got a lot of tools, a lot of things that are going to help you do better, actually. And one of the things that I've always found, I do teachings and trainings outside of the internet, so I'm kind of like, that's sort of what I do. And the more you teach something, the better you're going to get at it. So when you're actually working with a prospect or one of your new team members who are a life changer and you're helping them and answering questions, it's going to make you stronger. So offer that. We all should be mentors. We all should be personal coaches and life teachers and trainers. And yes, I said life, more than just the business side of it. Janet does great with a lot of things that she does motivational wise. Life trainers, supporters of people, mentors. I think that's what, Total Takeover is a great business. There's other great businesses. I've been in a lot of great businesses. I can be in Total Takeover. I can be out of Total Takeover. I'm still going to succeed. You can walk away from anything as a teacher, a mentor, and a coach. And what the great part of Total Takeover is, it's a great business that if you show somebody, teach them, and train them, it's going to make you stronger at it and a better Total Takeover affiliate and paid member. And it's going to change people's lives. And I think that's what I get excited about, is being able to be an influencer and somebody that can make a difference in people's lives. So the more personal you get with people, I guess is my concluding thought here. That's the know, like, and trust, and that goes a long way. But just reaching out and making that phone call, even if it is just to say, hey, just make sure you get on the webinar tonight, man. Whew, that's good. And what, about 5% of the people probably in the world are doing that, and that's why only 5% of the people in the world are making the money. So back to you, Carl.
Oh man, you know what? You hit some really good points there, and you know what it is? It's all about sharing this and directing people and mentoring them. Mentoring is so big, and you know what? You don't have to be a seasoned veteran in this industry to mentor somebody. You just need to know your business. Anybody can come into Total Takeover, learn the whole ins and outs of this business within just a couple of days, and then you'll be able to guide people throughout the business. And like Rob says, you know what? You get better the more you do it. Okay? When I first got into this industry and I had to get on the phone because I did the cold calling thing. Okay? That is like the scariest thing in the world to do. But that's what we were taught to do way, way, way back. Okay, before the internet was around in network marketing, we had to get on the phone and we had to call people and we had to do three-way calls and stuff like that. Let me tell you, I probably soaked so many shirts because I was just sweating up a storm. And then you just, you know what? And it's worse when you got the other guy on the phone that's doing the same thing. It really makes you both look like morons, right? But here is the real cool thing, is people will learn to respect you because you actually made an attempt to go out and help them, okay? If you're not going to go out there and be a part of your own business, it's probably not going to work no matter where you go, whether it's Total Takeover or any other business that's out there. You're going to have the same results if you don't do what you're supposed to do. You know, any business, if you look at brick and mortar or anything online, business is all about sales. It's all about communication. If you don't communicate with anybody, you can't generate a sale. If they don't communicate with anybody, they can't generate a sale. Now, I want to get back to kind of the beginning here when we were talking about the free people coming into Total Takeover. You know, it's great to have a large database list of people that are in here. Everybody has probably got their fair share of free members in here, tire kickers, whatever you want to call them. Okay, in their list, and they all came in for a reason. Okay, a lot of them came in to see what will happen. Here's a secret behind everything in this particular business. You can come into this business for free. You can sit in the back office for weeks on end, but you're never ever going to see the results that's happening because you have to be paid to see the results. Okay, this is what most people fail to do. The company is not going to show you the results for free. It's like giving you everything for nothing. No company will ever do that. They are going to withhold certain information, stuff that you're not going to see until you commit to creating and running your own business. Just like with us in the back office, you know, we have our genealogy that's there. There's a lot in the genealogy you're not going to see. You can't see anything at free, not a thing. So if you're in your back office and looking in your genealogy tree and waiting for something to happen, it's never going to happen because we're not going to show you that part. You only get to see that when you become a paid member. That's kind of the elite part of this program. You know, that's the one that gives you your black card to go forward and give you the special entry, the VIP card, that gets you into there to see all the good stuff. Okay? We have stuff in the back office there. It's all in the column, the custom pages and stuff like that. You'll see a lot of that stuff, but you won't be able to do anything with it. Okay? You'll see the yellow training tab. Ooh, that's where all the good stuff is. So when you click on that, you're going to go in there, and you're just going to see a list of what it is. None of the links are hyperlinks, so you can't go in and actually see what it is. We're not going to give you anything for free. Okay? You get to go in, just like you walk in a store, and all the good stuff is behind the glass panels and stuff like that. You can't touch nothing until you're going to pay for it. Okay? That's just how it is. So I need you all to think about that. It's like Joan did with the dress thing the other day. You know, you're doing the window shopping. Okay? That's what everybody's doing today. All the tire kickers or free people, whatever you want to label them as, they're window shoppers. Okay? And if you're in programs for free out there, you're window shopping in everything that you're in. You need to commit to you because you're not going to make anything until you commit to yourself. And in any kind of business, anywhere in the world, a financial commitment is required. You want to open your own brick and mortar store, you better have money to buy products and pay your utilities, pay your lease, all that kind of, it all requires money, no matter where you go. Online, it's a virtual world, so the store and everything is already there. You know, the shelves are stocked, all that kind of stuff is there. They just require you to pay a monthly fee to have an active store, okay? You can't walk in the store unless you actually pay to get in there, okay? So Anybody else want to chime in on that? We're near the top of the hour, and I don't know if anybody else wants to make some final thoughts out there. Wow. I talked too much again? Is that what happened?
Hey, I'll chime in there.
I'm trying to navigate my controls here so I can talk.
There you go, Andrew. Take it away.
Yeah, I think I got it going on now. Yes. Look, I just want to encourage you, if you've become a tire kicker, which means that you've signed up for free and you don't quite know what's going on yet, try not to make any snap judgments. Give yourself a break and get to learn what's really going on. If you can't get a hold of who sponsored you, then join the Total Takeover support group on Facebook. Try to keep it positive because we really don't want a bunch of negative there. But learn what's going on. Give yourself a break. Give yourself some time to absorb and understand what's happening here if you don't. And instead of making a snap decision and just turning and walking away. And then go ahead and upgrade for $89. Take a chance on yourself. Invest $89 in yourself for a month, and then you'll see what's really there. And then if you don't like it, then you just purchased a 1-month sample. So, you know, we have samples available. I bought a 1-month sample for myself, and I like it. So just hang on and give yourself a break in life and let Total Takeover be your vehicle for financial freedom. You can help a lot of people with it. And that's all I've got, Carl.
And I have something I'd like to say. It's like what the analogy that I gave yesterday about the dress shop, going into a dress shop. You know what? When you go into a dress shop or a man goes into a suit shop and they try that suit on, and it's the perfect fit. They look terrific. And the woman tries that dress on and wow, this is exactly what she was looking for. You know what? If you don't go in and try on Total Takeover, you'll never know what it's going to do for you. So I recommend try it on. Just try it on, especially you people that have already paid. Get in there and try it on, and you'll see how well it fits for you.
Awesome, thanks. Janet, did you want to chime in?
I sure do. Just very, very quickly here. Andrew and Joan, man, you touched on that so amazingly, and I love the idea of it's, you know, I'm buying a sample. And, you know, right now that's really all we're getting is a sample, but I'm going to tell you something, the sample's pretty darn good. And I don't want to brag, okay, but everybody here on this panel is a leader, and when you upgrade in the system, you get more access to the leaders. I think, you know, because I know that I'm going to be doing some training for Total Takeover, and I'm sure we'll see Carl in there. I think our time is worth more than $90 a month. And that $90 a month, you're getting my time, you're getting Carl's time, you're getting Andrew's time, you're getting Rob's time. You got to think about that. There's training in the back office you can't get anywhere else. Don't even tell me you can. So try the sample for a little while. Go and try it on. Go try your dress on. Go try the suit on. Go drive the car, man. Get behind the wheel of that Mustang. Get that shit you're going, and you can try it, and then you're going to be flying out the door. So that's all I want to say. Give it a ride.
Awesome. Thanks, Janet. Yeah, that's all it is. You know what? Take it for a test drive, okay? And that's how you got to go. Okay, thanks, Rob. I know Don and Rob had to go. So we're at the top of the hour right now. I think we've given a lot of value today, I think, to everybody out there. And maybe have them think a little bit differently now on their positioning within this company. You know, it's, you know, like we said before, this is a company that's had some phenomenal growth in 6 weeks. And you know, everything is slowly coming together. Like Rob mentioned, they just put the custom page system in here. So this is the custom system that you can use for marketing Total Takeover or any other business, as a matter of fact, out there. So, you know, this is the system that everybody's been waiting for. And it's all coming together, you know. We are still in pre-launch, and that's until we launch on May 1st, more and more products will be entering into the back office, okay? That's what we do in a pre-launch period. The only beautiful part about this is that we get to get paid during this pre-launch period. You know, we're closing in. March 15th is going to be the first payout, And, you know, we've already had people throwing testimonials out there about, you know, the value of what the products are, the growth they've had, and the income that they've already made to date. And then what's going to happen on March 15th, people are now going to be saying, you know what, I know I saw the money there, but now I'm holding it. Okay? That's the difference that's going to come out. And when that happens, this thing explodes, folks. Okay? I've already given you my prediction. I've already told you that, you know, how this thing is going to work is that over the course of the next few weeks, we're going to have those little ripples that are coming in. Okay? Every 2 weeks. It's like the high tide coming in. The little waves are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and at some point in time, that tsunami is going to hit. I predict 5 to 6 weeks from now. Okay? It may be before, it may be a little bit later, but it's coming. And you know what? It's going to hit us, and we're not going to know it. It's just going to happen. Okay? We've seen our own tsunami waves of people coming into Total Takeover. Okay? Where we've had 10, 15,000 or 10, 15,000 member registrations in a single day. Okay? Where companies, you know, take months for them to get that many. So what we're going to do, we're at the top of the hour. We're trying not to let this thing go too long. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to close it off for today, unless there's any final thoughts anybody wants to add in there. Let me know. Thumbs up if you want to say something. If not, we're just going to go right over and close out this session. Nothing? Okay. So everyone, thanks very much for spending the time here. I did what I promised. I didn't talk too much. So we were able to actually just over an hour here. You know, I took 15 minutes of my talking out of the session here. So you know what? I'm going to throw it over to Andrew to close out the call like we usually do. Over to you, bud.
Thank you, Carl. Right below this video, there's a button. If you're watching on YouTube, we want you to subscribe. Everybody point down. Subscribe to this video, and whenever you do, to our channel, whenever you do, that will give you the opportunity to automatically get the link each day whenever our new day's hangout is scheduled. That automatically comes to you from Google Plus when you subscribe to this video. You can go to ttoradio.info and you get all the information there to subscribe, as well as watch the archives, watch live daily, be able to call in. You have the call-in number. Always remember, it takes leaders with vision to lead people with dreams, and let's participate in our network marketing enterprise the way that we would want our personally sponsored to participate. We're here Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.